Hey, what's up, guys? This is MugenLord here, and apparently the president of Capcom believes that you should be paying more for your video games. And let us find out why. So before we dive into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. So let us dive right into it. So just to set things up into perspective, just want to let you guys know that this article was back in September, and their statements pretty much still stands to this very point in time. Just want to clarify that I'm just now finding out about this set of news. So let's continue. So apparently the president of Capcom, Suzimoto, was speaking during the Tokyo Game Show about a couple of topics, especially including the increasing cost of game development. And apparently Suzimoto, which is reported from the VGC, has stated that he felt that games should reflect these increasing costs as the cost of game development increases, and that they're currently too cheap. Now, I quote, "Personally, I feel that the game prices are too low," Suzimoto reportedly said. "Development costs are around 100 times higher than they were in the days of the Famicom NES, but the price of the software hasn't risen so much." And then he continues on. "There's also a need to raise wages in order to attract talented people. Given that wages are rising across the industry as a whole, I think the option of raising unit prices is a healthy form of business." So apparently, like, some people believe, because there's a lot of advocates who also believe that, you know, these developers, these artists, and people who work within the game industry that does all the heavy lifting as far as our programmers, our game developers, artists, and everything deserves a higher wage. So he's pretty much essentially saying that things are getting expensive because in order for them to attract the developers that they're looking for to create these high quality games, then they also have to raise wages for these developers and people that's working within the industry. But in order to also do that too, to balance out the cost of all this, because the constant increase in costs in the game development, they will also feel as though that hey guys, we're doing you guys a favor for making these games cheap, but it's getting expensive, especially if we're trying to pay or make our company much more viable and to bring in these talented workers. Somewhere has to give. That's what he pretty much is saying here. While some publishers have started charging $70 for their games, Capcom has yet to make this move. The standard editions of Street Fighter 6 and Resident Evil 4 remake each cost $60 at launch. And apparently, Capcom also announced last year that it will be raising its employees' base salary by 30% and introducing a new bonus system more closely tied to the company's business performance. Now, this is the thing about Capcom right now. People's calling Capcom the GOAT right now. Like they're saying Capcom is back to its original forms for the many different titles that have been releasing back to back that many fans love, like DMC 5. We got Street Fighter 6. Of course, we have Resident Evil Remake 2, 3, 4. And the list goes on with the many different titles they've been successful with, especially with the Monster Hunter franchise all together. And people are anticipating that we'll probably hear some more about, a future Monster Hunter, coming soon. And then, of course, Dragon's Dogma has plenty of people talking right now, especially with their most recent presentation with Dragon Dogma 2. So Capcom been pretty much sitting really high, especially on their high horse, and been getting pretty much a lot of success. And now they feel as though that, hey, we're doing you guys a favor by keeping the price the way it is, but we believe that prices should be much higher than it is currently right now. So it says elsewhere in the article, Suzimoto also reportedly said that he didn't feel the current economic climate was affecting video game sales, saying business confidence and high prices have little to do with the game industry. Just as the recession doesn't stop people from going to the cinema or going to their favorite artist concert, high quality games will continue to sell well, he said. Even during the Lehman Brothers collapse, games sold well. So what he's essentially saying is that, gamers, and just us, that he's talking about us, that no matter how bad inflation is, how bad the economy is, he's saying that you guys and we are going to spend that money anyway, regardless, especially if the game is good, no matter what. We're going to buy it and put our bills to the side, put all those things to the side to get these games. So he feels as though that it shouldn't even hurt for them to raise their price if you guys are going to go out and buy our games anyway. If you guys, no matter if the economy is bad, no matter if the stock market in Wall Street or whatever isn't doing too well, it doesn't have any bearings on, you know, the profits that they gain within the gaming industry, which makes the gaming industry a bit much more unique than most other industries. And also, he points out about the movie theaters. If you look at the Spider-Man No Way Home, you notice that during this time we had the pandemic and we had all these other issues that was going on. People still went out and watched that movie, and it made over $1 billion. It was a success because it was a great film that everybody enjoyed. So the same case with video games. If the game is good, people is going to not care about inflation, about bills or anything like that. People are going to buy these games. And they're saying that recessions and anything of that sort has nothing to do with the game industry as a whole. So they're saying that, hey, I think it's about time for us to raise that price. So what are you guys' thoughts on this particular situation, that he feels though that games should be a lot higher than what they're putting out right now? I wouldn't be surprised. This is the only industry where the gaming is increasing in price, because I remember back in the day where games is only $40 to $50, and then I thought it was the end of the world when they announced that, hey, $60 is a new price, especially when the PS4 and the Xbox One officially dropped. And I thought that was ridiculous then. And then I said, man, if we're going to 60, I don't imagine what the next generation going to be. It's going to probably be 70. And boy, was I right with that. $70 is now, video games are becoming less of a hobby and more of a luxury. If you got the money to spend, you're able to actually play and buy these games. Luckily, I've been blessed to be able to buy the games that I want to play, and especially even buy them on launch if I want to. But many people are not fortunate enough to be able to have that, and they have to make that decision whether or not that, hey, how many games can I get this year? People have to make a sacrifice. People have to make a choice. So people will also just go for the games, the blockbuster games, the AAA games, or the most anticipated games, and they make sure to lock those in. And then if they catch a sale or if something is pre-owned, then maybe they'll have that opportunity to go over and get an extra game or two. But not a lot of people have that. You know, it's not that fortunate. But the fact is that, can you imagine if gaming goes to $80 to maybe $90? And just imagine just paying $100 for the base game. And it's not even counting special editions or pre-order incentives and was it the game, the DLC packs and passes that they have. It doesn't count any of those things that they can just keep nickel and diming you for. But the fact is that the president is actually saying this shows that they're very confident, that he's very confident in their business and the quality that they put in these Capcom games. And he know even him making this statement won't even hurt him, because he know that Capcom fans and just gamers in general are going to pay the money if the game has some quality. So I definitely want to hear your thought in the comment section below. What do you think about this? You know, Capcom president Sugimoto's pretty much saying that, hey, I think we need to raise prices in games. I think games should be much higher than what they are now, and that we're pretty much being more lenient on you guys than anything, especially comparing the cost to develop these games compared to how much we selling these games to our customers. So definitely hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think this was like a stupid, irresponsible thing for the president to say, or do you see some reasoning behind this? And the fact is that they're also increasing wages for their employees to continue to be satisfied and to continue to work in, you know, in the environment that they're in, and to also attract, you know, some high quality developers in the long run. So if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. This is MugenLord signing off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.